Baik, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Zaki Ailizan. I am from TBE 5A. Um, okay, today I will explain for final project research statistics, which is for create an experimental research and correlational research with imaginary data. Okay, before we start, I would like to say honorable to Ma'am Dr. Nurul Hajimah MSMPD as my lecturer for this course, which is research statistics. Okay, for the first is experimental research for final project research statistics. The title is the effectiveness the use of Padlet on the students reading score. Kemudian variabel X-nya atau independent variabelnya adalah the use of Padlet. Kemudian variabel Y-nya adalah the students reading score. Okay. This research use random sampling technique for taking the samples, and we choose 10 students for experimental group and 10 students for control group. Jadi total dari seluruh siswa yang saya uji itu adalah 20 siswa dengan 10 siswa eksperimental dan 10 siswa untuk control group. Kemudian the researcher used true experimental research for this research with which the treatment conducted on 2 weeks. Jadi saya menggunakan experimental research yang true eksperimental, di mana tidak ada pre-test, namun hanya ada treatment untuk experimental group dan hanya ada post test untuk kontrol dan treatment group atau experimental group. Kemudian after the treatment was conducted, researcher did the test through Google Form to the twice groups and have received data in below. Jadi setelah treatment 2 minggu, we conducted a test through Google Form untuk kedua grupnya, untuk experimental group dan control group. Okay, we move to group A, which is experimental group. Datanya bisa kita lihat bersama-sama. Ada 1 sampai 10 siswa dengan nilai tertera untuk Nana sampai Jarwo, dan the data are in true false. And then we move to control group, which is from Chandra to Mahmud with the data dengan data yang sudah ada. Kemudian datanya juga interval juga. Okay, we move to hypothesis. For null hypothesis, there is no significant difference between the use of Padlet on students' reading score and those who are not. Kemudian, alternative hypothesisnya, there is significant difference between the use of Padlet on students' reading score and those who are not. Oke, jadi tidak ada perbedaan signifikan di antara skor mahasiswa dalam bidang reading setelah menggunakan Padlet dan tidak gitu. Kemudian untuk hipotesis alternatifnya ada perbedaan besar siswa dengan nilai reading score yang tinggi atau rendah berpengaruh saat setelah menggunakan Padlet dan yang tidak menggunakannya, karena eksperimental ini termasuk inferential statistik, jadi digeneralisasikan pada populasi. Kemudian setelah kita mendapatkan datanya, kita harus mengujinya dulu dengan conducting the normality testing, apakah datanya itu benar-benar terdistribusikan secara normal atau tidak. Nah, kemudian di sini saya sudah membuat H0 dan H1-nya, yaitu null hypothesis, the data are normally distributed, and satunya atau alternative hypothesisnya, the data are not normally distributed. Kemudian untuk grup 1 atau grup 2 ini datanya sama dengan atas. The result is like this: the test of normality using Shapiro-Wilk. We can conclude according to the SPSS result using Shapiro-Wilk test because the data less than 50. Kalau datanya lebih dari 50, kita menggunakan Kolmogorov-Smirnov. Kemudian the p-value of group 1 is 0.695, which is it bigger than alpha 0.05 atau 5%, and p-value of group 2 is 0.0112. It lower than alpha 0.05. It means the null hypothesis is rejected. So the data are not normally distributed. Karena apa di sini teman-teman? Di sini grup satunya memang benar sudah normal di lebih dari 0,05%. Tapi karena di grup 2-nya itu di bawah 5%, maka datanya tidak normal teman-teman. Jadi ngikut gitu grup 1 sama grup satunya ke grup 2. Karena grup 2 itu datanya tidak normal, maka ya sudah, maka untuk test of normality-nya null hypothesis is not rejected gitu. So we can conclude that the data are not normally distributed. Oke, setelah kita melakukan tes normality, maka kita harus melakukan f-test, soalnya untuk mendeteksi homogeneity pada data. Oke, null hypothesisnya, the variances or standard of the groups are equal. Kemudian alternatif hypothesisnya, the variances or standard of the groups are not equal. So the SPSS result is like this. We can see teman-teman, kalau the f-test result show that p-value is 0.292, which bigger than alpha 0.05. So null hypothesis is not rejected. As such, the assumption of equal variances is used. Jadi nol tadi itu sudah terlaksana teman-teman, yaitu the variances or standards of the groups are equal. Jadi semuanya sama, semuanya tidak ada yang ketinggian, tidak ada yang kerendahan, tapi semuanya balance, sama gitu. Kemudian kita sudah melakukan f-test ya teman-teman. Kita lanjut ke non-parametric test. Karena because the data are not normally distributed, researchers use non-parametric test, which is Mann-Whitney test. So salah satu alasan kenapa kita menggunakan non-parametric test adalah karena datanya tidak tersebar secara normal. Karena itu kita menggunakan non-parametric test, which is Mann-Whitney test for interval data. Dan hasilnya adalah Mann-Whitney test yang ini, kita lihat signya, kita lihat hasilnya, yaitu 0.00, which is smaller than alpha 0.05. So the null hypothesis is rejected. Null hypothesis for the earliest hypothesis, which is for the research hypothesis. The null hypothesis is there is no significant difference between the use of Padlet on students' reading score and those who are not, is rejected ya teman-teman. Jadi nolnya tertolak. So the interpretation is because of the result of non-parametric test show that null hypothesis rejected. Researcher can conclude that the use of Padlet is effective to improve students' reading score. Seperti itu teman-teman. Jadi efektif penggunaan Padlet pada nilai readingnya. Oke, kita move ke correlational research. So the title is the relationship between the use of smartphone and students' grammar scores. Oke, sama seperti sebelumnya, research ini menggunakan random sampling technique for taking the sample and choose 15 students given the questionnaire and test through Google Form. Jadi kita memberikan questionnaire dan tes pada Google Form. Soalnya untuk data yang pertama, untuk variabel X-nya adalah atau prediktornya adalah the use of smartphone, which is we need to conduct the questionnaire, and the data of the use of smartphone was collected using questionnaire and measure how often the use of smartphone, and the researcher divide the classification of it, yaitu yang pertama very often 4, often 3, rare 2, and very rare 1. And we received the data like this data, the use of smartphone like this, and the students' grammar score like this. And the hypothesis said there is no significant correlation between the use of smartphone and students' grammar score, and alternative hypothesis said that there is significant correlation between the use of smartphone and students' grammar score, and the result of FSS analysis is like this. We can see. Okay. Yeah. After we conduct the pattern and input the data on SPSS, we can conclude that according to the result, the coefficient of correlation is minus 0.949. Nah, di sini di score of grammar. Nah, ini. When this means there is very strong negative correlation between the use of smartphone and student score in grammar We can conclude that the use of smartphone influence the negative effect, which is students score in grammar. It also suggests sebentar. Jadi di sini teman-teman, si penggunaan handphone di sini itu memiliki very strong correlation, but in negative context, which is kalau kita menggunakan HP lebih sering, maka skor grammarnya turun. Jadi ketika frekuensi main HP naik, maka nilai grammarnya turun. Tapi kalau frekuensi main HP-nya rendah, nilai grammarnya naik. Makanya di sini hasilnya minus, teman-teman. So it means strong negative correlation. Jadi ketika satu variabel itu frekuensinya tinggi, maka variabel yang lainnya akan menerima efek negatif dari variabel yang frekuensinya tinggi tersebut, seperti itu, which is berlawanan seperti itu, tapi tetap memiliki korelasi yang sangat tinggi karena mendekati satu di sini mendekati satu, teman-teman. Okay. It also suggests that p-value is 0.0, which smaller than alpha 0.05. So the null hypothesis is rejected, which is there is a significant correlation between the use of smartphone and students' grammar score, and the result. Okay. So that's all of my research, which is experimental research and correlational research. I'm sorry for any mistakes and the long duration of it. So thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.